Let's see, and yeah, we are live. Hey guys, Regina here from Courageously Free, and today is a special training for you. Last week, I talked about the secrets of blogging, and I'm going to keep that video up for you so you can go back and take a look at it. But I'm going to be taking it down before next week, before our next hangout when I actually talk about monetizing your blog. But today, I'm talking about preparing to monetize your blog. And what's the difference between preparing, monetizing your blog versus actually monetizing your blog? Well, there's actually quite a bit of prep work to do. Not quite a bit, but there is prep work to do before you actually get your blog out there, start blogging, and monetize monetize your blog basically. Now, so last week I have my notes here, so you're going to see me kind of looking down now and then. I don't have fancy slides like I did last time. But yeah, last week we got back from Vegas, and I'm going to show you my Unstoppable Mastermind shirt from Las Vegas. We had a week-long mastermind with our group of friends and people that we work with online who are also bloggers. And I'm just taking my jacket off. Some of you who are in snow right now are probably laughing at me because it's nice and sunny and I'm wearing a down jacket. But you have to remember, Mike and I have been following the summer this whole year. So coming back to 65-degree Fahrenheit weather is just like cold. We just got back from San Diego this weekend. But yeah, last week we were in Las Vegas with our friends. We had an event. We have an event every 3 months with our Unstoppable group. And yeah, it was amazing. I taught about using Kalatu, which is the blog system that we use which is based on top of WordPress technology. If you don't know what WordPress is just basically a blogging system that people use to blog. But Kalatu is what we use, and we use it because it allows us it's easy for us to monetize it. And we use it because it's easy to use. I mean, I would consider myself somewhat technical, and I tried, I wanted to set up all of these WordPress blogs, but Kalatu was super easy to set up, and it allowed me to trade on my business and allowed me to blog. And so this week, like I said, or like I mentioned in my email, is that we're going to be preparing to monetize our blog, and so I have a special guest who I'll bring out in a minute. She's out in New Zealand, and so we just wanted to go over some tips. She's got 4 tips. I've got some tips to talk about how you can prepare to monetize your blog, to get that going, so that once you're ready to show your offer, or once you're ready to present your offer, then you can go ahead and monetize that. And that's what I'm going to talk about next week is actually different ways to monetize your blog. I'm obviously going to show how we monetize our blog, but if you decide not to do it our way, there are other ways to do it. So I want to, show you that. So, whether you're a single mother, or whether you have an existing business, whether you want to work at home, whether you want to travel, or whether you just want to write, today is going to be perfect for you. We're going to get into some more technical stuff than we did last week. Last week we talked about why you need a blog, what you should write about, who's actually going to look at your blog, really. So if you haven't taken a look at that, then have a look. It's a lot of fun. And I talked about the 21-day blogging challenge, and yeah. It started yesterday, and I sent out an invite this week, so if any of you are interested in doing the challenge with us, then let me know. And I actually mentioned also in my email that I'm going to have a bonus for you guys. So what I want you to do is below the link, below this video, there's one of the links down there says fill out this survey. And so what I'm going to do is whoever fills out the survey, make sure you put your email address in there. What I'm going to do is, if you guys were interested in doing the 21-day blogging challenge and you actually sign up for the Kalatu blog, I'm going to do a free hour session Yeah, still reading my notes. A free hour session, so I'm going to do like a 30-minute welcome call with you, and I'm actually going to spend 30 minutes with you walking you through setting up your blog. I'm also going to add you to private Facebook groups of people who are doing just exactly what we're doing. So, and the 30-minute welcome call will be going over your goals, and yeah, this is the bonus. So you have the chance to win this bonus if you fill out the survey, and then if you you know, also sign up with us. But I'll get in contact with you. And let's see, I'm just making sure tonight. You all know that we're a part of the Unstoppable. The Unstoppable group, and we have a private Facebook group, and every week we have a our tribe hangout, and that's basically, we just talk about not only blogging, but like our business and some of the upcoming events, and we have some like cool, really cool topics to talk about. So that's going on tonight. I'm going to send out an email later with the link, so we'd love to have you kind of join us, and we want to sneak you guys in there. But anyways, so I wanted to bring out my friend and my business partner, Emily, who is in New Zealand, and actually we're going back to New Zealand in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to seeing her next month because we're doing our own little mastermind there. And so I just wanted to bring her out, maybe introduce herself, and yeah, she's got some cool topics for you guys today, so take your notebook out, take your pens out, write some notes, and yeah, let's get started. So hey Emily, how's it going? Oh no, I can't hear you. Well, her audio was working this morning. I can't hear her right now, but I know, darn. Well, her audio was working earlier this morning, so I'll just have her try to sort that out. So just, you know, if you wanted to, I know you restarted a couple of times. If do you want to type to me what you're trying to say? All right, I'm anxious to hear. She's gonna leave and call back. Okay, she's having some technical problems right now, but that's fine because I can get started, and then I'll introduce her again when she gets back in. So I'll just have her go ahead and. So cool, yeah, blogging. So yeah, last week I talked about, you know, why you blog, and I'm not going to go over that now because I talked about it last week. But today, some of the things that I want to talk about are some topics that will help you get your blog up and running, and things that you want to think about. Oh, is she back? Things that you want to think about as you're setting your blog up so that you can monetize that blog. I see you there. Okay, I'm just going to keep on talking, and then I'll bring you out when you're ready. But if you want to test your sound, you can just kind of talk again. Okay, so one of the things, I wanted to talk about 4 things today, and one of them is branding. I'm going to talk about your niche. I'm going to talk about crafting your blog posts to engage your audience, and also I'm going to talk about call to action. Okay. She says now she can't hear me. I'm wondering if you guys can hear me out there. If you can comment in below and let me know if you can actually hear me. If you can't, then I guess you won't comment. This is fun. See, these are the perks of working live and online. Is that sometimes you run into these technical issues, and all right, let's see. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. And she left again. Okay. Yeah, if you guys can hear me, then comment below on our Courageously Free on the training page, and let me know, because I really want you guys to hear this information. I think it's really cool, and you know, I used to somewhat work in the corporate world before, and I never really worked in a corporate world. I used to work in the film industry, and things were pretty laid back there, and that's how things are right now. Okay, let me go over what I was talking about. So I'm going to talk about branding, um, your niche, crafting your blog post to engage your audience, and call to action. So branding, well, why is it important? And I guess in a sense, I'm not really talking about branding as in your logo, your colors, the font that you're using, the little graphics that you're using that kind of create, that part of the brand. Of course, that's part of it as well. But when I'm talking about brand, I'm talking more about, your vision and your core message, and even the reason why that you're here. And I think that having a vision is a really strong thing, because a lot of the times when you're trying to connect to your audience and you have something to offer them, whether it's an idea, whether it's a business or a product or a service, you want to be able to connect with them, and a vision is really strong. And a lot of the time, they're not even buying the product. A lot of the time, they're buying you, basically. So the whole idea of having a blog is being able to connect with your audience, and yeah, just being able to share your vision. Hey, Emily, can you hear me? Let's see. Are you able to hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, I'll continue. So for example, my vision, before my vision was to be able to quit my job and not necessarily travel the world, but be able to have a certain sense of freedom, so that I could spend time with my family. I was living in New Zealand, and my parents are living in California, which is where I am now, just visiting them. And I just wanted to be able to spend time with my family, come back to California now and then. And at the time that I realized that I didn't want to be working for somebody else, I just met this guy, Mike, my husband now, and I was thinking, I really want to spend my life with this guy. And if we end up having a family, I don't want to be sitting behind a desk for 50 to 70 hours a week, just so I can make ends meet. I didn't want to have to miss out on my kids' birthdays, or even my my parents' birthdays here in California. I have three nephews and a niece, and I missed so much of their childhood because I lived far away from my family. So being able to understand your vision, when my vision now is to be able to help other people do what we do. Oh, there's my dad. They're just coming in, and my mom. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. So, what's your vision? Where do you want to be in the future? If you're working now, maybe you want to be able to quit your job. If you have kids now, maybe you want to spend time with your kids, or maybe you don't have kids and you just want to travel. So being able to brand yourself is being able to show who you are, not necessarily through pretty graphics, but through how you present yourself and the things that you say, and what your actual vision is. Being able to share that with other people in the world, even in your blog, whatever you have to promote. So the second tip I have is your niche. Trying to figure out your niche, and this is kind of an important thing, because if you are talking to everybody, or if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. And just to give you some examples of a niche, it could be your travel, it could be a home business, it could be jewelry. If you're selling jewelry, if you have a jewelry opportunity, or makeup, you can be a fashion blogger. Just having that one specific niche in mind while you're writing your blogs. And so one of the things that we think about is, like, who's the person you're talking to? Where do they work? Where do they live? What do they do? Where do they go, on a daily basis? What kind of restaurants do they hang out at? Do they even go out to eat? Do they have kids? And really understanding who this specific person is, and even actually visualizing a specific person, standing right in front of you while you're talking, or while you're creating your videos, or creating your blog posts is really, really important, because it really helps you focus on that specific person that you're talking to. And crafting your blog. Now, I think if you haven't seen the last week when we were in Vegas, Neil Patel was our keynote speaker, and you might have heard in our post, and I mentioned him last week in our Secrets of Blogging, that Neil Patel is big in the blog and marketing scene. He's worked with a ton of companies, big companies, to get their business and the traffic on their blogs up and running and all that stuff. And one of the things that he did while we were at the event was he actually did a blogging workshop, which is really awesome. He taught us how to create headlines. He gave us 6 tips on headlines, on how to create them, how to craft them, and he actually had us write intros and a body of our blog posts. And he went around the room. I mean, there was about, like, I don't know, 2,000 of us. We were all sectioned off into little groups, and he actually went to each of the groups and critiqued different people's headlines and different people's intros. Man, that guy is pretty on top of it. He's not in any way associated with what we do, but he was just a keynote speaker at the event, last week. So that was pretty cool. So there are specific ways to craft your blog to be able to engage your audience and to be able to get them to get into the mindset of your blog, and everything from your headline to your intro to your body and to your conclusion. And so I think next week when I talk about we're going to talk about monetizing your blog next week, but I would love to really get into the nitty-gritty details of crafting your blog and some of the rules that Neil Patel went over. So if you guys are totally into that, write in the comments below if that's something that you would be interested in, because I really wanted to share some more in-depth, like focused topics, technical topics for you, so that you can start blogging. And so my last tip is call to action. Now, what is call to action? Call to action is basically what you want your audience to do. So, say for example, I like to crochet scarves, and I have an Etsy shop, and I have a blog post that I'm writing about, about my style of crocheting, the types of yarn that I use and why I use it, or maybe I'm showing a specific stitch or whatever. And then my ultimate intention is for you to get value out of my blog post, but I also want you to come check out my shop on Etsy. So what I would do is I would say exactly that. Hey, I've been crocheting for a certain amount of years, and I've got some really cool scarves that I've been crocheting over all around the world. Click on the link below so that you can check out my Etsy shop and see the variety I have. I have different colors and different types of yarn and stuff. So that's what a call to action is. It's basically saying, hey, this is my offer, do this and check it out. I know sometimes, and whether even if you're not selling anything, let's say you are working on a specific project outside of work, like on robots or something, and you have another website that you want to share of your project website, and call to action would be, hey, this is the robot that my friend and I have been building, so click on the link below, and this is and see the project that we've been working on over the past few months, and the process that we've been going through. So that's another example of a call to action. I know that sometimes when you're in in an online business or whatever product you have, sometimes you're kind of scared. I know I was really scared to say anything, because it's like, well, I don't want to push anything on you, because I wanted to learn how to sell without selling. So maybe I just, won't do the call to action, which is fine. I know personally in a lot of my emails and email marketing, and as well as my blogs, is I'll kind of loosely follow the 3-to-1 or the 4-to-1 rule. And what that is I'll have 3 or I'll have 4 blog posts that are just pure value, explaining certain processes, giving examples of what I'm talking about, and just kind of group a series of my emails or my blogs together on the same topic, giving you pure value. And then at the very end, I'll say something like, hey, well, if this is interesting to you, then check this out, or, this is the blueprint that I use. Not even just with our online business, but with our other products as well, or even some of our other projects that we're working on. So that's an example of call to action. And the reason why I bring this up is because this is part of the offer that you want to show your audience, or part of the thing that you want to show your audience. So why not show them? And being direct is probably the most important thing. And I know that when I first started, I was scared to bleep, to say anything. But I mean, the thing is, it's your passion. You want to be blogging about your passion, and there's no reason why you shouldn't share what you have to the rest of the world. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have. I want to bring Emily out, and I think your audio is actually working. So let me bring you out. I want you to say something about yourself, and then yeah, just let me know what you have to share, some of the tips that you've got. I can't hear you now. Oh no. Well, hey, oh, what if you take out your earbud, plug it back in, because I keep hearing it like a crackling noise. What a bummer. Yeah, I actually can't hear you. So I know that Emily had some really cool topics, some really technical topics about blogging. So she, what we'll do is maybe we'll record another series just for the topics that she has. I know she wanted to get into social media. She wanted to talk about syndication and SEO, and I forgot the last topic that you wanted to talk about. Which are more of the technical bits of blogging and backlinks. Yeah, absolutely. She was going to brush over them, but I think maybe what we can do is maybe we should just do a whole session of exactly that and get more into detail, because I was just going to have her go over the basics of what each of those are, and yeah, we'll talk about the details of that. What do you think? For those of you who are looking at and you're just wondering, am I actually talking to myself? I'm just showing you this is Emily here, and her sound doesn't work right now, so I'm trying to talk to her through this, and and she's typing to me in the chat box. So, well, hey, you know what? That happens in the online world, and it's okay. I guess it just kind of shows to you guys that we're actually real and that this isn't recorded. So, the four topics that I went over are, branding, niche, crafting your blog, and call to action, which kind of is the more, less technical stuff on your blog, kind of presenting you as you. And Emily had some more technical. I can kind of hear you actually. Oh, there. Hello.
Hello?
There you are.
Can you hear me now? Yay!
I can hear you now. So, yeah, hey, so awesome. Introduce yourself, and yeah, what do you have to offer us today on preparing to monetize your blog?
Okay, guys. Well, first of all, I'm so excited to be here, Regina. Thanks for inviting me. The topics she has told you are awesome. I hope you have been with your paper and your notes, just taking notes on everything she's been saying. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Amelie. I was working as a medical doctor. I'm actually a medical doctor, but I quit my job because I was working over 100 hours per week, and during that period my mother passed away. She got sick and she passed away, and it was that huge event in my life that made me realize that I needed to make a change, because I decided that I wanted to spend more time with my family and with the people that I love. So eventually I found this. Regina, it's a wonderful person. She's a really good friend and my business partner now. And back to our topic. Actually, what I've got, I prepared just a little presentation. Are you okay with that, Regina? Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead. Take it
How do
away.
I? Okay, would you just tell me how do I share the screen? Because I don't know what's happening with my computer.
Yeah, so if you mouse over towards the left, there's a green button that says screen share. Well, it's a green icon, and when you
Oh,
mouse
yeah,
over it, there's screen share.
got it.
Yeah, and you can either show your whole screen or just a particular window.
Can
There
you
you
see it
go.
now?
Awesome. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, great. So first of all, what I'm gonna talk is about. Regina was talking about your niche. What do you want it to be your niche? What are you focusing on? It must be something you're passionate about, something that you're really excited, and something that you want to share with the world. So once you have your niche, you need to focus on your keywords. There's a tool called Google Keyword Planner. Your keyword is the word related to the post that you want to do. Let's say if you are working on, for example, you love traveling and that is your niche, then you want to talk about, find something that people wants to know. That's why you use Keyword Planner, and you said how to, or the 5 more exciting places to visit in Rome. So that would be your keyword. So you're going to use your keyword in your title. You're going to use it at the beginning of your post, in the middle of your post, and by the end of your post. Obviously, when you write your post, it must be in a language, the same language that you speak, the same words that you use. So when you write your post, it should be as if you were talking to a friend, as if you were sending a message to a friend. That's the best way to do it. So people is going to connect with you. Once you have your keywords in these 3 areas, in these 4 areas, it would be fantastic if you add as well 3 related keywords to the keywords that you have been using. The next one, it's actually creating backlinks. So what is a backlink? A backlink, it's a hyperlink that is going to take you from your site to another site. Ideally, and you would rank faster if you use an authority site. Let's say you're talking about an event that is happening, like for New Year's Eve, what events or which places you can go in the place you're visiting. So you go to the main site of the city you are, and you use that backlink and put it on your site. So it's gonna help you. It's gonna help your site. It's gonna help your post, and it's gonna help people because you're actually providing information about that. Now you need to be careful because the backlinks, when you use backlinks, you cannot use too many backlinks. Google actually doesn't like when you use too much backlinks, so be careful with that. Be aware of that, and mostly just use your common sense. You know, when you read, how would you feel when you read a post and you see that every single word, it's a hyperlink? It's not appealing, right? It's not like, it's not nice. So you want to do it in a nicer way, and the way you would like it to be, how it would look appealing to you. Just put yourself in the position of your audience. And the next one, it's actually social media syndication. Once you have your post ready, you want to share it with the world because you're providing information, you are providing value. So you can share it on Facebook with your friends, you can share it on Pinterest, you can share it on Twitter, or you can also do a video about your post, post it on your post, post it on YouTube, post it on Facebook, and everything is gonna add together. It's gonna like weight a lot more. Google is gonna read on that. People is gonna see the value in that, and they are also gonna share it. So yeah, these are the main 3 tools to for your blog, so you can monetize your blog. As Regina said, we have only brushed onto these really fast, so you can have an idea. I hope these 3 tips have helped you out. And yeah, I mean, start blogging. Our blogging platform, it's fantastic. It's really easy to use, and you can get awesome results with it. That's it. Where is it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, as you can see, the part of the reason why I wanted to bring Emily out here is because her blog is absolutely amazing. If you want to connect with her, hey, what's your personal Facebook page?
It's actually, I'm not sure.
Well, anyways, it's on what is it? Wealthypreneurs.com.
Yeah, it's okay. It's facebook.com/ame ane.antoinette, or just wealthypreneurs.com. I mean, that's like my little baby, so you can hold on to me there.
Cool. Yeah. So I put my personal Facebook on here if you guys want to personally connect with me. And yeah, Emily is at wealthypreneurs.com. And I've been working with Emily for how long? A few months, 6 months, 6 months, I think. And we recently started blogging a lot more because we've been doing a lot of 21-day blogging challenges. So that kind of forces us to get our blogs out because sometimes we get a bit lazy, right? And I was reading her blogs and I'm like, oh wow, this girl spends a lot of time really creating her brand and really curating her posts and crafting her posts. That's not only visually appealing, but she's got some really great content on there. So have a look at her blog and yeah, take a look. So I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this 21-day blogging challenge thing, and last week I talked about the reasons why we do it, and I know Emily has been doing it for. I think we've done about 3. This will be our 4th blogging challenge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this will be the 4th. Wow.
4th one. So when you think about it, because the whole idea of blogging and getting your posts out there, what you're really doing is you're creating your online real estate. So if you think about, okay, so we've done 4 21-day blogging challenges, and now I know that I didn't really finish the last one because we were on a cruise for part of the time, and that's no excuse. But assuming that one's done 4 blogging challenges, that's 84 posts with that you own on your personal website. That is a lot. And one of the things that we stress, like not only me and Emily, but we have a private Facebook group, and we kind of support each other. And each day we post our blog posts so that everyone can kind of comment and like each other's content, and we learn from that. And being able to get people to interact on your blog is a big thing because it shows authority. It shows that people are actually reading your posts. It also kind of helps you rank in the search engines, because the reason why we blog is because it's a dynamic website, and search engines see that and they're like, hey, this website is active, so it must be really important. So it kind of helps you with the ranking. And a lot of, and what Emily was talking about, social media syndication, the backlinks. What was the first one? The first one.
Keywords.
Keywords. And those are other strategies that help rank your blog as well and get your blog post not only for search engines to see, but to get your value-driven content in front of people who are supposed to see it, which is part of the reason why, when you're thinking about your niche, you're thinking about a specific person that you're talking to with what you have to offer, whatever it is, whether you're a fashion blogger, whether you're a chef or a cook or a chef, whether you want to live sustainably, or whether you want to just share your lifestyle with other people. So I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. So can you see my screen?
Yep.
Cool.
There it is.
So what I was saying earlier is that we personally use Kalatu. It helps us bring in a bit of cash on the side. But even if you don't want any extra cash, you can definitely use this with us. This is based on a WordPress technology. WordPress is widely used by, I don't know, there's probably like trillions of, billions and trillions of blogs. But Kalatu is specifically designed for people who really wanted to just get up and running and concentrate on their own lives, basically, whether it's their own business, their own online or offline business, or whatever. I mean, you have WordPress.com, but this is specifically designed for marketers, business owners, and people who just really want to just get up and running. And so when I was talking about the 21-day blogging challenge, and I talk about this week because one of the things that I've always, when I first started blogging, I was worried about, like, holy cow, like, what do I talk about? I have nothing to talk about. And the reality is you actually do have things to talk about, but to really get you up and going and started is doing this 21-day blogging challenge. And not only do we have our own Facebook group where we kind of support each other on this, but there's a plugin in Kalatu that gives you topics each day and gives you a template to use and asks you questions. And then at the end, when you're done answering those questions, this plugin actually puts all of the content together and creates the blog post for you. But I just wanted to mention too, like in the link below, if you wanted to join us with the daily blogging challenge, you don't have to have Kalatu. What's going to happen is you're going to get daily emails for the 21 days to kind of, you know, get your juices flowing, and then you're going to end up going into this private Facebook group where you can post your link and have other people look at it, and you can just use any blog you want. You don't have to use what we're using. So you know, that's what I love about this, is that we can support each other for people who want to do this business with us, or who want to blog with us, or who just want to do their own thing and have their own thing to promote. So I think that's pretty cool. I just wanted to ask you, Emily, what are two things that you get out of blogging and get out of the blogging challenge?
Well, first of all, it's creating the habit. Because one thing is, when you blog, when I started blogging, I wasn't that consistent. I would blog a little bit, or every 2 days, or sometimes once a week. But then being part of the blogging challenge, it actually motivates you to blog every single day, because you want to deliver value and help other people, and you know that there's people like you that is doing the same thing, and is going to come to your blog and see it and leave comments, and then you go and see some other blogs, and it's just that kind of feel that once you keep going. The other thing would be the messages you can get from people. You can get emails or messages saying, hey, I really like your blog. Would you tell me, what are you doing? I would like to do the same thing that you're doing. What is that? People that is curious, people that wants to do exactly what you're doing. So you just teach them the way. And as you've seen, Kalatu, it's a very user-friendly site. It's absolutely user-friendly. Even a 12-year kid could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's super easy. I wanted to mention something, because like earlier you were talking about making sure that when you when you look for keywords, that you're looking for them in the language that that you're going to be writing in. And I think I like that you brought that up, because with Klaatu, with what we're using, you can actually, I think it supports 8 different languages. And I know that I'm just curious for you. Do you do any of your posts in Spanish?
I haven't done my post in Spanish yet, because I like having everything organized. So
Yeah.
I want to have all of my Spanish posts in one blog, or have it separately. But yeah, I mean, I've got a friend who's been posting in Spanish, and you can actually do it in Spanish. You can do it in Russian. You can do it in French, in German.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's awesome how you know, how much the community is growing, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Well, I think that's pretty much what we have right now. We went over we kind of glossed over some of this stuff, and if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about, feel free to write any comments below or message either of us. You'll be able to find Emily's Facebook page on her blog on wealthypreneurs.com, or you can contact me as well, either way. But I had mentioned earlier that I was going to give you guys the opportunity to win a bonus gift, and in order to be able to do that, I want you to fill out the survey below. This is the survey that we kind of put out just to kind of get an idea of where people are, so that we know how to give you more value later on. And if there's any other topics that you guys want us to talk about, then please, by all means, let me know, and we'll get that together. So the gift is when you fill out the survey, and any of you who want to do the 21-day blogging challenge and sign up for Kolatu, what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to spend 60 minutes of personal time with you, and that is 30 minutes of a welcome call. I'm going to call you and give you a welcome call. We're going to go over your goals and you know, what you want to do, and I'm going to do 30 minutes of actually walking you through setting up your blog personally, your Kolatu blog personally, and then I'm going to be adding you to private Facebook groups with other people who are learning this, and actually you'll be getting more education as well, because everybody's super supportive. Now, if you guys just want to do the 21-day blogging challenge on your own blogging platform, whatever it is, Blogger, WordPress, whatever, please join us. You know, we welcome all. And yeah, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Well, just not ready. Just join us on the challenge, because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn about yourself more than you can imagine. That you have all of the abilities to create this, and if you have a niche, if you have something you want to share, just do it. You know, there's nothing stopping you. You can just start right now, give the first step, join the 21-day blogging challenge, and come with us, and we will be more than happy to help you out with it, and just keep us going on, because that's what we do. We want to win. We want to succeed. We want to help other people, and yeah, I mean, do it.
Just to give a bit of perspective too, because I mean, you've been blogging for a while, and your posts right now are amazing. But when you first started, what were some of the thoughts that were going through your head? I mean, did you even want to blog at all? And when you started blogging, you know, how did you feel after that?
At first, at the beginning, I was scared. I was like, oh, what if I say something and people doesn't like it? Or what if I'm not doing it right? What if I make a mistake? What if, a lot of what ifs. But you know what? You learn in the process. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, if you don't break that fear, because you realize that fear, it's only in your mind. Fear, it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't even exist. It's just your mind creating those thoughts for you to stop you from achieving something that it can be really good for you. So just, I started doing it, and the more that I was posting, the comfortable I felt, and then I just started thinking like, as if I was talking to a friend or someone in my family, just like, you know, yeah, hello, today this, I want to share with you this and the benefits of doing this or that, blah blah, and eventually it just starts coming, starts flowing, and it actually feels weird when you stop, because you want to just keep doing it. So
it gets addicting, doesn't it? It
yes,
feels weird
it
not
does.
blogging. Like if I miss a day or two, I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta write a blog post. So I mean, that's what happens when you start learning a habit and building up a habit. So yeah, so last week we talked about the secrets of blogging. I'm keeping the replay up for maybe another week, and I'm gonna keep this up for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks. Next week I'm gonna talk about monetizing your blog. Actually monetizing your blog. So today we talked about preparing to monetize. Next week we're going to actually talk about monetizing. And I think if we have a bit of extra time, maybe I'll talk about crafting your blog post, and to be able to engage your readers, and then maybe talk a bit about call to action if we have time. So I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and you know, hopefully next week I won't be as cold, even though it's not that cold. How's the weather over there, by the way?
Well, it was lovely and sunny, but over the last 3 days, it's been pouring in rain. It's just cloudy and overcast and rainy. Hopefully, it's going to be sunny today because it looks clear. But yeah, it's been quite cool. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, and I just wanted to say for you watching out there, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. And we'll talk to you soon. And if you guys, if you're interested in kind of spying our little tribe, Unstoppable Tribe hangout tonight, or call tonight. We don't always let people in, but because you're on this call, we're going to let you kind of join us. So what I'll do is I'll put a link below, or I'll even maybe post it on our Courageously Free Facebook page, and I think Emily will post it somewhere as well. So you guys can kind of sneak in and see what we talk about. So you better get the link. Wait for the link and get in quick, because not everybody gets that. So from Dr. Emily and me, we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.